My name is Tyler. Welcome to the channel, guys. We are talking about AMC today because their short interest is still super high, as well as go over the current state of AMC. What is going on with this stock? Are we gonna pop? Are we going for a short squeeze? Are we going for a sell-off? What is going on with AMC? We are going to talk about it in this video. I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion, as well as do some technical analysis and see what that is telling us. And before we get into it, I do want to point out the top comment that gets the most likes or is the funniest comment will be featured in the next video. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that. I already featured the last comment in the CCIV update video that I just did. So if you guys want to check that out, it's super hilarious. I recommend you guys check out that video as well. Now, looking at what AMC did today, and before we do that, like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all of these videos as soon as I post them. So, with that out the way, take a look at what AMC did today. They were down about 0.75% pre-market. Once we opened, they gapped up to about 4%, kind of slid down around the 3% mark, and then started to melt up towards the end of the day. So this is very bullish sentiment going forward. We did not drop too far where it got into a dangerous level or anything. We kind of just melted up throughout the rest of the day. Now, looking at these recent news articles, we can see that everything is pretty much on the bullish side with AMC. We have gotten beaten down a lot from our highly elevated prices, clearly last time we short squeezed. So this does make a lot of sense. There are, I mean, every single article, you see they're purple. I've read all these. They are all very bullish. Now, this one in particular is pretty astonishing. The way he values AMC is pretty cool, and I would like to see more articles like this. But I do just want to read the title real quick because I want to show you guys the short interest before I actually read any part of this article. And I'm not going to read too much of it, just the bits and pieces that I found interesting as to why he believes this, what I'm going to say. So AMC stock still looks undervalued here despite a possible share raise. It says AMC stock is worth 48% more, or $13.88 per share based on the company's forecast. Now, if you guys have been on this channel at all, you would know that I love the website Fintel for all your short interest data. Now, this website is different because they update this daily, and for some reason they have not updated it for today. It still says 420, no pun intended, but it is very high. It is elevated at 30%. But you cannot just go off of this because the short volume ratio is the percentage of shares shorted every single day, or out of the total market volume, how many of those shares were sold short. And so this can give you a good idea, and even if you come down here, you can see that 420, 419, 416, 415, 414, all these different days, you can see the exact short volume ratio. So it is anywhere between about 30% on the short, on the lower end. Actually, there's a almost 22% day, but usually it's about 31 to 36%, 32%. So you get the idea. It is usually over 30%. So this leads me to believe the actual short interest of total shares that have been shorted is somewhere in the ballpark between 30 and 35%. So this short volume ratio is clearly very high, and anything over 20% can lead to a significant short squeeze and basically points to a very pessimistic outlook for the company as far as big money is concerned. Now, they are always wrong. I shouldn't say always wrong, but more times than not, they're wrong. Retail investors, they had a better 2020 than these big guys did. So congratulations to you guys if you're part of that before this recent downtrend. I know I was, but I am highly concentrated. So myself, I have been bleeding out a little bit, but not worried about it at all. Neither should you guys be. So from this article, the one that I wanted to point out, From the sales and valuation, he is saying in the filing, the company predicted that Q1 would show 10% of its pre-COVID attendance, 15% in Q2, 65% in Q3, and 90% in Q4. And I will pull up this chart so you guys can take a look at it. He's basically doing a price to sales ratio, estimating what the earnings will be and all that. So you guys can pause this and check this out for yourself and see if it aligns with what you think. I do happen to agree with this guy. It seems highly conservative, not projecting anything too crazy. So that is really all I want to point out in this article. But this one from CNA Finance, it says AMC Entertainment stock will fly. Its stock become black sheep of Wall Street as of late, with article after article warning investors they should stay away from the stock at all costs. And I'm not saying stay away from the stock. You will get my opinion at the end after the technical analysis. And I have a very unique opinion on AMC. So not saying it's good or bad, but it is just unique. So the war rages on. Basically, I mean, we all know retail and big money is at somewhat of a war over AMC. You can see they're not letting down, and obviously retail traders are not letting down as well. So the Bears, the Bears have a relatively simple argument. They argue that movie theaters in general have been losing their luster over the years, and that COVID-19 pandemic will be the final nail in the coffin for these businesses. Nothing too crazy here. The Bulls, I want to be very clear here. If I haven't been already, I am a believer in movie theaters. Moreover, I'm a believer in AMC and the company's ability to rise from the ashes like the phoenix, and that those with short positions should stop spreading smut about this opportunity. I am going to go ahead and read these 2 bullet points because I think they are a great insight into what is likely to happen with the movie theater industry. So he says the real deal here is simple. Movie theaters are an iconic form of entertainment that aren't going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, I believe that we'll soon see a big uptick in revenue among movie theaters for 2 big reasons, and that AMC will be a prime beneficiary of this activity. Here's why. First bullet point, COVID could actually revive the movie theater experience. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, consumers have been stuck at home as vaccines get jabbed into arms. Consumers aren't just more willing to get out of the house, they have a strong desire to do so. After all, it's a whole new and for the vaccinated safe world out there. Why not explore again? With the movie theater experience being an iconic one in the United States, movies and dinner will likely become a major date night plan yet again. So while short sellers say COVID will kill theaters, I say it has the potential to breathe new life into them. I already like this guy right now. I wish I could shake his hand. So says summer is coming. Consumers will be willing to travel. Couldn't come at a better time for the movie theater industry. Summer is the time when the biggest blockbuster releases come, and with summer just around the corner and vaccines finding their ways into arms, there's a strong chance that we're going to see a significant boost in revenue among movie theaters. Now, I think this is a great point to point out because I think a lot of people forget that summer is the biggest season for movie theaters. Obviously, who wants to go really see a movie when it's cold out and you're going to be freezing? I mean, you do because it's inside anyways, but summer is when you really release films. That's when the kids aren't in school and people can actually go out, and these theaters and these producing studios can sell more tickets and make the most revenue is during the summer, hands down. Now, I think even on a book value ratio, or if you use a conservative valuation method like that one guy did in the article that I showed you, you can make the argument that AMC is undervalued at its current price. And given that so many short sellers are still shorting the stock as often as they possibly can, over 30% of the volume in any given day, up to about 36% of the volume in any given day is short selling the stock. So given those 2 factors, and that we should see a boost in revenue come summertime, and with these new potential blockbuster hits that are coming to movie theaters, there is no reason why AMC price is not going higher. Now, as to a short squeeze, there has to be some kind of repercussions to a 30 to 35% daily short volume ratio. So there is definitely going to be somewhat of a short squeeze. Now, I think there will be a somewhat of a cap on it. I mean, I could see us hitting our highs around $19 a share, but this is going to take some time. I do honestly think the whole market is going into somewhat of a short squeeze in and above itself, but I do think AMC will be a prime beneficiary of this. We just need some really good news that we kind of have been not getting any recently. So once we do get some good news, we're going to see some of these shorts cover their position and buy back those shares, and we will see a jump in price. Now, taking a look at the technical analysis, you can see I don't change any of these lines, and I was even wrong on the last AMC update video. I thought we were going to gap up to about the $10 level, actually right to about $10, but we did not. We literally fell off right where I put that. So I'm not right all the time. I'm right most of the time. So don't make trades off of what I say or what I think it's going to. The levels, you know, technicals can lie to you sometimes. So but with that being said, we can obviously see a clear support level around the $9.15 mark. That is where we had a triple bottom, 1, 2, 3, and that is where we really started ripping up April 14th. So there is some strong buys around this level that just come in every time we start to sell off, and we can see that it's a clear wave motion. Now, we do have healthy consolidation levels at the top of these points. It's not a straight up and then a straight down. We do have a consolidation period throughout this, throughout all of these times. And now it is interesting in this one because we have come from the bottom. We went up a little bit. We didn't really gap up. It consolidated out, and now we are going back up. So I do expect a slight consolidation coming at this level, and then a push higher from there. So we obviously broke right through our little resistance level. I would say we're about right there at $9.75. So I shouldn't say we broke out of it, but we are looking like we're going to break out of it. And then once we get to there, it's about what is it looking like? $10.19 is going to be our next resistance level. Just on a technical basis, that is where we started to really sell off last time and consistently hit lower lows all the way down to $8.31 per share. So just to reiterate, we do have a support, a clear support. I mean, AMC is not going under $9.15 per share anytime soon. And then we are at our resistance level right now. So tomorrow will be key to see if we break out past the $9.75 mark. We're currently at $9.78 or 76 cents. So we are right there. And then from that point, our first resistance level is around $10.16 per share. So that is what I am looking forward to. If we can get above $10.16 per share, possibly tomorrow, hold that level at a healthy level, maybe we go up further past that, then our next resistance level is going to be around the $10.75 or even the $11.25 mark. I'm not going to go too far as to mark that down right now because I don't think we're going to gap up to there tomorrow or even the next day, but we are on a steady, healthy uptrend. You can even see the green volume, the green candlesticks, tons of buy volume coming in. The RSI, we are almost overbought, but that's just the relative strength index. It really just measures how fast you sell off or rip up at any given time. So it's not anything to pay too much mind to. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you guys got something useful out of the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and consider hitting the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with these videos as soon as I post them. I'm going to get out of here. Check out the links in the description. Peace out.